Now to a morning original. These are stories you see first on Wake Up Central. Dog lovers like Hayden come far and wide, but here at home, their love is needed for something else.
Dog transports are crucial to help keep dogs from kill shelters alive. And Wake Up Central's Michaela Johnson joins us now with more on why there's a need and what exactly the process looks like. Michaela?
Hey there, Hayden and Karen. The dog transport process is where volunteers take dogs from one shelter and move them to another. I learned that moving these dogs, which are typically trying to avoid euthanasia, through Arkansas is a problem in itself. Sandy Valentine runs a rescue out of Sheridan and tells me more volunteers means less dogs left behind.
We've got a dog in a shelter here in Texas, and maybe they need to go to Pennsylvania.
That's how the process typically begins for a dog transport.
It's like a relay, but you're using a dog instead of a baton.
Volunteers pick a 1-hour time slot for the run and work together to get the dog to its destination.
We need a volunteer for leg number 1 from Dallas to whatever an hour outside of Dallas is. And then they'll say, okay, now we need a volunteer for leg 2 that goes from that location to the next.
According to Sandy Valentine with Valentine Canine Rescue, the problem is sometimes the legs never get filled.
There are so many animals that are being left behind simply because they don't have the ability to get from point A to point B. Going through Arkansas is always very difficult to get animals through here. There's just not enough people that know.
Sandy says with fewer volunteers comes more dogs not making it out of a kill shelter. And in her experience, these dogs are needed out of Texas.
A lot of the dogs that go in the shelters there don't make it out alive.
The rescues or adopters the animals would be headed to up north typically have spay and neuter laws that in the natural state aren't quite common. And if the animal can make it to one of these cities, they have a chance.
They have the ability to absorb more of our dogs down here.
If you want to be a part of their journey, how can you get started? Sandy says once the need for a dog transport is established, message boards and Facebook groups will have open opportunities for volunteers to pick a 1-hour leg. They'll fill each time slot, and then everyone is notified at least 24 hours before the move.
You get to spend your hour with them, then you get to watch them go on to a home.
And Sandy hopes more volunteers give the process a chance.
Not everybody can foster, not everybody can adopt, but I think just about everybody can probably transport.
Now, Sandy tells me it only takes about an hour of your time if you want to be a volunteer. Of course, it's going to take an hour for that first leg for them to get to that destination, and then an hour back home for you to get back to your usual process of things. But still a great opportunity, and you feel good about yourself, and you feel good helping these dogs get out of those kill shelters.
It's a great opportunity for folks that can't foster, but they want to help in some way, and it's a really big need. I'm in a few of these message boards, and I see these legs all the time. Little Rock to Memphis on a Saturday. It's a couple hours. It's a little bit longer, but nothing. You treat yourself with a trip to IKEA or Bass Pro afterwards, and you're in good shape.
You know how many murder podcasts you can just put on and get through, and nothing. It's nothing.
You'll be coming back.
I'm sorry,
a second one.
True crime. True crime.
That's right.
Wife's addicted to them. I don't like it
Oh,
anyway.
many people. We have a story coming up about that actually, but folks, usually there's a need. There's too much of a need for shelters and things like that because there's too many dogs. Now up north, there's room. Just getting them there, and you guys are avid dog lovers. You have
Very
several.
much.
So what a heartwarming way to give back without having to take it home and own it. You give your time.
Absolutely. And you really make those dogs' day. I've seen a bunch of videos from Sandy, and the dogs, they're just so happy. They're going from car to car rather, and you can just tell that they know that they're on a path of something better.
A brighter future.
Yes.
So Facebook generally?
Yes. There's tons of Facebook groups, and it just depends if you're a volunteer. Add onto these, get onto these groups rather, and then you'll see what they're doing. And if you want to take part, you say, hey, I want to volunteer.
And you'll have Sandy's contact on THV11.com later today.
Yes, I will.
Cool.
Just go over there to our website.
Thank you, Michaela.